All right, here we go. Getting you set for more action coming up this weekend as we will focus on the babies. A lot of 2-year-old races this weekend as we get closer to Breeders' Cup Championships, less than a month away before the most exciting weekend all year is coming up. But let's focus in. We got these babies, 2-year-olds, in the Jessamine Stakes, a Grade 2 event that helps to kick off the Keeneland Fall Meeting. Always exciting, always worth your while, always lucrative. Let's take a look at these 2-year-old fillies. Going a mile and a 16th on the turf course. Okay, so if you take a look at them, so we have this thing, obviously you're going to have sprinters that are stretching out, right? Trying to get the distance for the first time. You're also going to have runners that have had some experience going a route of ground. I guess the question is, which one is better suited to get the job done, right? So you've got sprinter to the inside that's going to stretch out. That is Lit Ship, who has some speed. Also the 3, Caroline, also has some speed as a sprinter stretching out. But there's really not a tremendous amount of pace here in this race. And so it makes it interesting to me that would leave certain horses pretty much out there to possibly dictate. And one of them is Aggressive Lime. Aggressive Lime was a performer that did really well first time out, which is hard to do at Kentucky Downs, right? Undulating course, showed great speed and stamina in that full field of 10 horses there. I like the workouts as well. So even with those 2 sprinters stretching out and the 11 Imagination, the lady, that runner also has some speed with Frankie Dettori, but I feel like the 4 is going to be in the best spot. But I don't think the 4 is your winner. We talked about horses that are stretching out, horses showing speed, and then horses that have already shown they can handle a route of ground on the turf course. Time to Dream, your morning line favorite at 2-1, is that horse. Undefeated, Todd Pletcher, Irad Ortiz, great pedigree, has already shown that they're awesome as far as going a route of ground is concerned. Can sit and then run everybody down. Time to Dream is going to be really tough to beat, and I don't think the speed horses are good enough to get away. So it's Time to Dream, your winner in the Jessamine. From there, we move on, and we go take a look at what's happening at Belmont Park this weekend. They got a lot of action coming up for the babies. And the first one up is going to be the Grade 1 Frizette. And that's coming up Saturday for the Belmont meeting at Aqueduct. And, you know, there's a lot of good stuff happening on this day. We got these 2-year-old fillies going a mile on the main track here. And it looks like we might have more speed. You've got the 2, Carmel Coast, who's got some speed. That's the sprinter who is stretching out. Sikani, right? And here is the 5, also going to be stretching out. You've got a couple of runners that were very impressive in the debut, going 6.5 furlongs. That's Ice Cream for Everyone. That's the number 8. And the number 9, 5 Bars. But as I mentioned, you've got some speed, steer clear of the 10, has some speed. And then Lovely Christina to the outside, the 11, has some speed. But let's think about what we're dealing with here and who could actually do something. The real speed in here is the 6, Iron Orchard. Even with all the other runners that I talked about, Iron Orchard is the runner that has consistently shown speed. And she stretched out from 5.5 to 6 and did the exact same thing. Now she'll stretch out from 6 to a mile, and I think she'll be in the perfect spot. Because the other runners that I talked about also have some speed, I feel like she's the quickest, but I don't think she can get away. And if she doesn't get away, she's going to have some company. And her company is going to be our selection. The number 7, Chopsticks. Ding, 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 ding. This runner, from 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs, really impressive. So winning the debut, got some crazy fractions up front there, but they were able to sit off that, run them down. Then they came right back in the Chopsticks. So I came right back in the debutante going 7 furlongs, and Chopsticks did a great job sitting again and moving past your field. It'll be in the same situation coming up on Saturday. Chopsticks is your top pick in the Grade 1 Frizette to sit and then run everybody down. And I don't think we'll get great value, but winning is winning, especially as we're looking for runners to position ourselves to make money on Breeders' Cup weekend, all right? Then we move on. Same card. In between there, you got the Champagne. We'll get to that coming up in the next show. But we're going to focus in on the mile and a 16th Grade 2 Miss Grillo. On the turf course, it will be race number 8 on the card. Okay, here, there's not a tremendous amount of pace. And that's what's going to make this very interesting. You've got a runner like the 5, Believe in Magic. sprinter stretching out, may try and do something out there on the front end. Other than that, you don't really have much speed in the race at all. And so that's why I think it really comes down to one runner, a runner that's got speed and versatility. And that runner in here is going to be the 10. That is Miss Picky with Kendrick Carmouche for Todd Pletcher, Ripoli Stable. We like what this runner has done. Once again, we're going a mile and a 16th, and we're on the turf course for these 2-year-olds. So we want either some speed that can get away, or we want experience that has versatility. Miss Picky has that. Miss Picky's already gone 2 turns twice. Able to, that first performance in the debut was really, really nice. Just couldn't hang on, and that's to be expected in the debut. Came right back the next time out, and much more assertive with Irad Ortiz in the irons. So I feel like Kendrick Carmouche is probably going to split the difference between what Johnny V did in the debut and what Irad did in the second start, meaning they'll be sitting just off the pace, and they'll get the jump on anyone who wants to try to maybe run them down. And they might even control the pace. It depends on what the other runners do coming out of the gate. But I think Miss Picky is in the best spot to control things and get to the wire first. That's what we're looking for. And that's how we look at those 3 2-year-old races coming up this weekend. The Jessamine at Keeneland. We also have the Frizette at Belmont and the Miss Grillo at Belmont. That's coming up on Saturday. So much more action coming up. We'll take care of that in the next show. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, I'm Ken Rudulph here on Horse Race Bets. We'll see you later. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're into.